Joseph Duggar, accused of alleged child sex crimes, will be in court this morning.
Yeah, you remember he was arrested in Taneytown at his home, but the incident he's accused of reportedly happened in Panama City Beach, Florida, back in 2020. 5 News reporter Claire Everbach is there now at the jail with the latest. Good morning.
Joe, Tiffany, good morning to you. Joseph Duggar is currently awaiting extradition back to Florida while he'll answer for the alleged crime. We're currently at the Washington County Courthouse where today's hearing is expected to cover that. We're waiting for his lawyers to show up as well as any family members. If Joseph is found guilty, he could face decades in prison. Now, here's a little bit of background about what led up to that arrest. The video you're seeing now on your screen is from Wednesday when Joseph was booked into the Washington County Jail. Bay County in Florida has charged Joseph Duggar with molesting a victim under 12 and lewd and lascivious behavior by a person 18 or older. Investigators say they were contacted March 18th by a Taneytown detective after a now 14-year-old came forward with allegations from a 2020 vacation. The alleged victim would have been 9 at the time. The victim told investigators Joseph repeatedly asked her to sit on his lap and inappropriately touched her. Authorities say the incident stopped after Joseph apologized. The victim's father confronted him March 17th, and investigators say Joseph admitted to the incidents to both the father and detectives. Court is set to begin at 7:45 here at the Washington County Jail. We will be inside and bringing you updates as we get them, both on air and online. Live in Washington County, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
All right, thanks for that update. Other news this morning, Fayetteville leaders are taking a closer look at a controversial site for a new junior high.
Not everyone is on board with the plan. City officials and residents walked the site for the new Ramey Junior High on Thursday. The location, sitting on a forested hillside, has sparked concerns about runoff and the removal of trees. Neighbors worry that it could impact their homes and the area's natural landscape.
Early on, when we heard that this was happening, we wanted to have a biological assessment, and that was never done. So we don't really know, what's going to be affected at this point.
City leaders say plans include retaining walls to address runoff issues, but final decisions are expected Monday night at 5:30. I'll keep you updated as this story develops.
All right, Coach Catlin, the Razorbacks are moving on in the NCAA tournament.
They're set to face High Point tomorrow in the second round of March Madness. Nick Luttrell is in Portland with more on the Hogs' win over Hawaii.
Well, the Razorbacks are now just one win away from making it on to the Sweet 16. They took down Hawaii by 19 points yesterday to win their first game in the NCAA tournament. Coach Cal had preached all week long about one game at a time mentality. That's what the Razorbacks did, and they are now on to the round of 32. It was the same Razorback team we've come to know and expect all season long. A freshman duo of Malik Thomas and Darius Acuff combining for 45 points. But Arkansas, they were helped out by a lot of other contributors on the team. Billy Richmond, Malik Ewan, Trevin Brazil, all finishing double-digit points for the Razorbacks to score 90-plus points to get the win over Hawaii. And as I mentioned, it is on now to the round of 32. Tomorrow, they'll take on High Point.
All right, thank you, Nick. Well, tomorrow's game will tip off at 8:45 on TBS. The winner will advance to the Sweet 16.
And at airports across the nation, massive delays getting through security are worsening. This comes amid the ongoing partial government shutdown, keeping TSA employees from getting paid. They've missed their first full paycheck since funding for the Department of Homeland Security lapsed in mid-February. As staff calls out, rates increase. Security wait times stretched up to 90 minutes long at one Atlanta airport on Thursday morning. At George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, wait times peaked at 3 hours. Well, tensions in the Middle East are rising after Israel struck a major Iranian gas field.
Yeah, this sparked some retaliatory attacks in Qatar and across the region. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu saying that the strikes on Iran are finished following input from the U.S. administration. The conflict is driving up energy prices, with gas in many areas rising to almost $4 a gallon, nearly $1 higher since the war began. Amid these developments, President Trump weighing in on the situation, downplaying the economic impact.
I thought there was a chance it could be much worse. It's not bad, and it's going to be over with pretty soon.
Even as the president reassures the public, the Pentagon is requesting an additional $200 billion to support operations in the region, highlighting concerns about both cost and escalation.
It takes money to kill bad guys. So we're going back to Congress.
$200 billion so Donald Trump can go to war with Iran is preposterous, unacceptable.
President Trump says that he won't send ground troops to Iran, but added he wouldn't reveal plans if he did. The administration is also calling on allies, including Japan and several European nations, to secure the Strait of Hormuz and protect global energy shipments.
Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin's nomination for Secretary of Homeland Security is now set for a full Senate vote. The nomination received the support of one Democrat on the committee, John Fetterman of Pennsylvania. Fetterman's vote was crucial after Republican Chairman Rand Paul said he would not support Mullen over concerns about his temperament. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said that he hopes to hold Mullen's confirmation vote early next week.
Well, police in Spain say that the body of missing University of Alabama student James Gracie has been found. The 20-year-old from Elmhurst, Illinois, was visiting friends studying abroad during spring break in Barcelona. Gracie's family said he disappeared early Tuesday morning after visiting a nightclub. The details of how this tragedy happened are still unclear.